Hello and welcome back to my channel and my delightful background. So interesting news today. Last week I submitted my first ever NQT personal statement for a job. I heard back, I got accepted for an interview. Really exciting stuff. And then today I finally got an email about what it will involve, because obviously it's online so it's slightly different. And I had this whole 1.5 hour kerfuffle thing about what I actually had to do. So there's this one line and it said prepare a 5 to 10 minute short presentation about an outstanding lesson for year 3/4 class. So I had so many things going in my mind. I was like, is that a mixed class or is that a year 3 or a year 4 class? And then do they want me to make a lesson that I would classify as outstanding, or a lesson that I've previously done and like talk through it? Like, I don't know. So spent 1.5 hours like asking teachers on social media, getting people's opinions. I rang and they said we're working from home, can you email? So I emailed. I'm still waiting to hear back from it. I'm so nervous because it's Monday now. The interview's on Thursday. Obviously I need time to prepare it. People were saying that I should prepare resources differentiated, of course, but when there's no kids to differentiate for, and it's kind of imaginary kids, it makes it almost harder. So I hope they reply soon. I'm very nervous. I've spent my time making this just now this afternoon, but that was all information that I found on their website. That's always really valuable to look at. Right now I'm going to go through potential questions that they might ask. They did specifically mention wellbeing and safeguarding, and I've seen that they've actually got 2 Senkos in their school, so I know that that's going to have a really significant impact on my application. So I'm going to, I just got an email. I wanted to check if it was that. No, it's not. I had a interview tip day with the skit back before lockdown, so I'm going to find those resources and prepare maybe like a little mind map of potential things I could say for each question, and then just hope that I get an email back. I know, I'm so anxious about it. I don't want to start anything until I get an email in case I've just completely misunderstood, but then at the same time I'm really kind of on edge and I don't feel like I can do anything else. You know, I've got a nice to-do list. It gets bigger every week somehow. Where's my to-do list? If I've lost my to-do list. Oh my god, hang on. I think it's over here. Ignore the mess behind me. Yeah, here it is. Done! Isn't it horrific? But yeah, I just don't feel like I can get any of that done before I find out more information. It's now 2:40 and I've literally just been on interview mode all day. Help! Okay, so it's nearly 4 PM. My head is pretty much fried. I've had like a little stretch. Oh, just to click my back. Had a little break to stretch my legs, but I did a whole other application. And if you've ever done a teaching application before, it's normally like 12+ pages. They're all in different formats, so it's not just copy and paste over, so to speak. But I finished that and I thought, great, now I'm just going to adapt my personal statement from my first application and, you know, cater it more to that school, etc, etc. And then I realised My first application was for Key Stage 2, and this one I've just finished is for Key Stage 1. Oh, so it's another 1,300 words to write. Kill me now. Oh. I don't know. Still no reply back. But yeah, I don't know. I might move on to something now. See what I mean? I can't talk. I might move on to something else on my to-do list to give myself a break, but we'll see. Okay, so 1.5 hours later. Still doing the same NQT statement. Finally got it finished, and I'm 36 words over. I'm so close to 1,300. Okay, I've been working on this for, I'm not even sure how long now, maybe 2 hours. And I've just deleted the final word to make exactly 1,300. Done! Done! I'm buzzing. Like, may not even get the job, may not even get an interview, but I've finished the statement. So I've just paused for dinner, finished dinner, and I managed to send off my application, all 3 forms, around like 7 something. I've now started doing some practice questions. I did find the resources that our Skit gave us, so I'm going to go through those. I did 2 of them at the time, but actually there's 4 pages worth of questions that I didn't answer. So I'm going to do it on another coloured card. And then I think just the act of writing things out will hopefully not make me panic on the day. So I think if I try and memorise answers, that's not going to work. Also, I don't know what they're going to ask me. But if I've got little prompts in my head, then hopefully that will help, because I'm not good at improvising on the spot. I mean, you can't tell necessarily from these videos because I edit things out. But there's a lot of me waffling and tripping over my own words. So that has literally been the whole day of just doing NQT statements, interview prep, and filling out long forms. So not the most interesting vlog. I don't think I've changed position like the whole day, on here at least, but hey, it's realistic, right? If you like this video, then please give it a like and subscribe for more teacher content. See you next time. Bye! Hello, okay, I literally finished my interview, I think 2 minutes ago. I really just, I was so sweaty and horrible. I'm not sweaty, I'm sweaty and, I don't know. See, I really hope this blabbering didn't happen in the interview, but yeah, it was really good. They asked for a 5 to 10 minute interview about what I would classify as an outstanding lesson, and I really struggled with planning that, but actually I think that went okay. Naturally, they asked some safeguarding questions. They asked me, for example, what would you do if a child came to you with a bruise on their cheek and their mum said that they accidentally bashed their head on the cupboard drawer? I'm just regurgitating questions now just so I remember. They also asked about how, and this was kind of tricky, but I hope I answered it okay. They also asked about how you would make a safeguarding contribution to the whole school, not just your class. They asked me to describe my teaching, me as a teacher, in 3 words. For that, I think I said passionate, enthusiastic and caring. I think those 3. What else did they ask? They asked why would you pick this school. They asked quite a few behavioural questions. They also asked about a personal or professional problem I had. I didn't have to say the problem, and how I cope with it. And obviously they wanted to hear coping strategies, but the wording of the question kind of confused me. I was like, oh, okay. But I kind of just spoke about times when I've been overwhelmed with workload and what I've done to kind of get through that and, you know, avoid getting overwhelmed and too stressed. And then I asked a few questions. I asked about their marking code, because I read their marking policy, as I know marking is just such a big thing in teaching, and they kept referring to the marking code. I was wondering what that was. I asked what I would have to do to impress them in the first 3 months, because I read on or maybe watched a video, I can't remember which one, but I saw that recommended somewhere, and they just went, do your job, just abide by the teaching standards. I was like, I can do that. But yeah, they were really, really friendly. I think the moment it's put on Zoom, even though it's as nerve-wracking for, you know, for the person doing it, I think it kind of alleviates the stress a little bit. There's no first impression handshake kind of thing. You know, I didn't know what to do, so I joined the Zoom about 10 minutes early, and then the moment it turned 1, which was the time of my interview, they then switched on. Another thing that was difficult is because of the audio problems, sometimes I could either hear myself repeating back as an echo, or their audio would kind of stutter, so I would hear the question either twice or like very, very stuttered, so sometimes I had to pause, but I didn't want to use that as an excuse, so I kind of just tried to do my best. I don't know, we'll see. They said that they'll phone me either today or tomorrow, but they both seemed really friendly, so I don't know, we'll see. If not, I've already applied for another position, and I'll continue to do applications. It's only my first one, so if anything, it's just a good experience to sit down and practice this kind of online meeting, because I don't know the next time we're going to have non-lockdown interviews. So just thought I'd hop on straight away. I still need to eat lunch. I managed a little bit of soup and bread, but I couldn't even finish a little cup of soup thing. So yeah, I can breathe. I'm still shaking. I don't know if this camera's going to be wobbly. We did it. It's all good.